main topic today is deleting social media and why you should delete it as well, and why so many people are deleting social media in 2026. If you want to see more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. So let's get right into it.
Over 4 months ago, I deleted my Instagram and my Snapchat. I cut all the ties and I burned all the bridges. So I'm here to tell you 3 reasons why it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. Number 1. You do not need to keep up with your acquaintances and people that you randomly started following from 2 years ago. Chances are they do not care about you and you probably don't care about them either. Number 2. Most people don't care. The majority of the people will not even realize that your account is gone. Your friends and family still have you on other social media, so they can still call you and contact you. So you're not missing out on anything, to be honest. You're only cutting out people who never mattered in the first place. If somebody really needs to reach you, trust me, they'll find a way. And vice versa, if you really need to reach out to somebody, you can find a way too. Number 3. The peace and tranquility you feel after you delete social media is unparalleled. You will not care if people know you're at a fancy restaurant or doing fancy activity because you do everything for yourself and your own enjoyment. Nobody needs to know where you are. Nobody needs to know what you're doing.
I was off of Instagram in college once for about 9 months, and I think it forever changed my life. I realized that so much of what I was doing in life was motivated by knowing I'd post about it on social media. I remember feeling deeply unsatisfied when I would go out with friends and try and take pictures for Instagram and was unsuccessful. Because at the end of the day, I was starting to equate the worthiness of me going out or visiting places or hanging out with people to whether or not I could post about it. And this is why I would encourage everyone to push yourself to take really long breaks off of social media. I don't think it's entirely realistic to say that everyone should get off, but I do think in order to loosen the grips it has on you, you need to completely remove yourself from it and experience life knowing that people may not know what you're up to. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some people in the comments like, that is so ridiculous. Who thinks that way? But I know that there are other people who have struggled with this idea of being motivated to do things simply because you know you'll post about it on social media.
All right, so my opinion, in this generation, we overconsume a lot of content. We always scroll and scroll for hours, and that's what these apps want you to do, especially with these ads that always pop up. I feel like a lot of just random content pops up on Instagram nowadays, and it's like, I don't really see the people that I'm following. I feel like Instagram gives you that fake reality, like a fake lifestyle. It shows you the highlights of people's life. I don't want to consume and keep consuming that when that's not really reality. Like, it gives you an insight of, the good of people's life. And it's nothing wrong with that because we all should be living a good life.
Delete Instagram. Just do it. It's toxic. The folks ain't doing nothing but watching your every move but ain't supporting you. It is not the same, bro. I deleted Instagram for the past couple days, bro, and I tell you, I have been saving so much time. At least on TikTok, I learned something. At least on TikTok, I'm feeling as if people are supportive here. Man, delete that toxic app for a few days, man. Just let your brain reset. I promise you're gonna feel a relief. You're gonna feel something new, bro. There's nothing on that app, man. That app, for me at this point, is to simply make business transactions. But if I'm taking a break, bro, I'm not on there for no personal reasons. Nah, I'm gonna stay on TikTok where it's a little safe, where I feel like I'm really supported at and not just looked at, not just, we can be real and authentic on this app. Like, Instagram, you can feel like everything is spiritual. So I truly, wholly, and firmly believe in the fact that if you are consumed on that app where people only show their perfect sides and it's constant validation seeking, man, you got to take a break. You got to know how to use it if you've been overusing it. And I was overusing it at one point, so it's gone so that I can refresh myself and get back to it when I feel as if it's a great place for me to be or I'm able to maintain it. So delete it real quick and come back to it later, bro.
I just think it's just too much at some times, like just going on that app. I never was the type to just watch people's stories. That's just something that I've never really done, just constantly watching people's stories and skipping past. I just don't really care for Instagram like how I really used to back in like 2016 or something when I first started. It was fun back then. Now everyone's taking it very seriously, posting professional pictures, all of these professional photo shoots, and I think that's a very beautiful thing because as an artist, I feel like, promote those photographers and it's a creative thing to do using Instagram. You never know who will watch your stuff. But at the same time, with AI taking over and a lot of copyright stuff, a lot of people can take your content. That's why I really don't use Instagram too, to promote my work. People don't be giving you credit. And you know, you put work and effort into your photography or your drawings, your paintings, your crochet pieces, and it's getting taken, just ran with it like it's theirs.
So I deleted my Instagram, my Snapchat, and my Facebook all last night. I have to tell you that I feel a lot better. Like, my head's a lot clearer. I had time to like read my books today, and I had time to just be lazy, which is actually what I've been craving, kind of the rest that I need. It was eating up way too much of my time, and I felt like my in-person connections were worse than my online connections. So I felt like that needed to change. Realize, like, I don't want to be caught up in comparison traps. I don't want to be kind of out of touch with reality, and that's why I did it. And the reason why I keep TikTok is it's not so much of a temptation as, like, say, Instagram for me to scroll hours on end. Number one. And number two, it's a creative outlet for me. I'll have to face it, we're addicted to our screens and a lot of times social media. It's ironic that I say this on a social media platform, but I really think that this was a positive step for me. I feel less like crashing out because I'm not in the comparison trap, and I'm not measuring my worth by likes and seeking validation. Just trying to be me here on TikTok, share some knowledge. That's really all I plan on doing in 2026.
At the same time, we're not supposed to be taking that much in, especially if it's taken away from you getting into your word or getting into your hobbies and getting into the stuff that you want to do in your life. That's like a big downfall of just you using social media constantly. It could be inspiring, but just don't use it as much. A lot of people feel like they don't need social media anymore, or it's taken away from their life, and people are starting to delete social media because they're realizing they're on it too much, and because it becomes a comparison thing. You don't want to keep using something and you keep comparing your life to other people because you see them traveling, you see they have a new car, their own apartment, or they're getting married, they just proposed to their loved one, and you just keep comparing your life to other people just because you don't have something.
I deleted all my social media for an entire year, and I just wanted to share what I learned from it in case you want to do it. If you're comparing yourself to people online constantly, I highly recommend it. I'm not saying go a year, go months. You can literally do a week. It doesn't matter. When you're not scrolling on someone's page or like seeing what other people are doing 24/7, you're teaching your brain to not care. Now, what I will say is if you are someone that feels really lonely right now, and social media is the main way that you talk to anyone, do not do it. No. It can be a very isolating experience, and if you're not ready to do things by yourself and be okay completely alone, 100% helps with creativity. A lot of us spend so much time scrolling. When you take all of that out, yeah, you're gonna pick up a book, you're gonna walk, you're gonna paint, you're gonna do something because you're bored. Even now, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, I don't have Twitter, I don't have anything but TikTok. I think that because of that, I'm at this point where I want to create, hey, more than I consume.
I seriously think that some of the best advice that I can give anybody that's a creator, that's a human being, that's living on planet Earth, is to get off social media, especially when you're trying to create a better life for yourself, because it's so easy for us to look at other people. It's so easy for us to take somebody's life and think just because what they're posting on the internet looks better than your life, that they're doing better than you. And granted, there may be somebody out on the planet, out in this world that's doing better than you, but that does not matter. I want you to look at your own life. Look at the life that you have created. If you are not where you want to be, you have no reason to be scrolling on social media. And I'm literally talking to myself when I say this, because one of my goals that I had talked about for 2026 that I'm actually starting right now is to be more intentional with my time. We have 24 hours in the day, and I bet if you go check your screen time and see what app gets your most attention, you probably have about 1 to 2 hours on TikTok or Instagram or some other app you probably don't have no business being on. And being intentional literally just means doing everything that you want to do on purpose. We intentionally wake up and roll out of our bed and get right on TikTok. Instead, I'm going to intentionally get up, go brush my teeth, wash my face, make my breakfast, go to the gym, and then maybe scroll on TikTok for a couple of minutes. So I don't know about y'all, but my word of the year, the rest of the year in 2026 is intentional. I am quite literally doing everything in my life that I want to do because I want to do it, and that's exactly how I'm going to live my life going forward.
But be blessed and be grateful for what you do have and for you, where you are at in life, so God can bless you with more. And it's important to actually not compare yourself to other people's lives, because your life is meant to be different. You're a different person than that other person that you're watching. Everyone's lives is different, and your life is special, and God made your life how it's supposed to be. You're the person that God sees as beautiful. You are beautifully and wonderfully made in God's image. And it's very important to know that about yourself and to dig deeper into that space of being by yourself and not always being on social media, because it's important to get out there in nature. It's important to journal. It's important to actually get into the Word of God and read your Bible, read devotionals, pray all the time. Especially if you don't know Christ, it's good to know him and get that relationship with him, especially if you haven't had that connection for a while with Christ and you fell off. It's important to get off of these social media platforms. It can be beneficial if you are on your walk and journey with Christ, because people can help you.
I deleted all social media apps from my phone. I want to be very intentional in the next year. Not having social media on my phone has been a game changer for me. I don't want to get it back on my phone. I have been really struggling with going into 2026 and feeling like I'm not where I want to be in life. I don't have a purpose in life. A lot of lies from the enemy, I feel like. I was going through my Bible reading and wanted to combat those lies with truth, because Jesus very plainly tells our purpose in Matthew 28. All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Go therefore, make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe everything I have commanded you. And remember, I am with you always to the end of the age. And that is called the Great Commission, which is our higher purpose on this earth that we tend to forget and feel like we don't have a purpose. I just want to be very intentional with what my purpose is and not forgetting that, and focusing on worldly things instead of what God has called us to focus on. For 2026, my word is stewardship. I feel like I'm really being called into a season where I want to steward what God has given me and not focus on the things I've not received yet, because you won't receive if you're not stewarding. I'm not a great steward, I'm going to be honest. Secondly, I want to be obedient to what God is calling me to do and not obedient to what the algorithm likes, and really do it for his kingdom and not worried about, I'm posting this video because it got me this many followers, this video made me this much money. What has God called me to do, and am I doing it, and am I representing his kingdom well? I feel like that's what 2026 is going to be about for me. So yeah, with me, and mainly focus on personal growth and not how much of a following I can get and how many likes I can get, and how I just really want to focus on what's actually important in life.
Wanting to delete social media, feeling like it's overpowering. It's not the same anymore with communication and getting real connections with people in real life and in real time. You have to use social media, but then social media doesn't feel genuine when you're DMing someone. I see a lot of people saying people are using Instagram as a dating app. Even with TikTok, I see some comments too saying TikTok's not the same. A lot of content is repetitive. It's just like the same stuff over and over again. And I'm starting to notice that too while being on TikTok more and more. I keep seeing the same content. People repeating after another person. And I'm not gonna lie, I've made content like that too. I really don't want to keep making content like that where I'm just copying off of like a trend or something like that. More authenticity is very important when it comes to TikTok now. I feel like people like authenticity. They want to see you talk more. They want to see stuff that they could relate to. And I am really with that.
So I deleted social media about almost 3 years ago, and it's been such a relaxing breath of fresh air. You know, the first thing you realize is there's no notifications, there's no constant login, there's no checking this and that. You just have your phone, and whoever needs to contact you contacts you, and you just realize how quiet everything is. It's been real nice. If you're ever gonna try this, I recommend just letting your family know first that you're okay. I had to let mine know. I had a lot of friends on there, and telling them I'm deleting it and ghosting them has just been. You just realize, honestly, who really cares about you, who doesn't. I've recommended to people who just need to unplug and get away. If you are a highly stimulated person who has a lot of responsibility and has a lot going on in their life, man, maybe just take a step back from social media and delete it. I just wanted to jump on here and speak my piece about it. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Just having social media. This is the only platform I have, by the way.
And I get why people be deactivating their social media or like deleting their Instagram or like just won't post for like 6 months. Like, it's really nothing that you miss when you stay off social media. I feel like life even gets like more peaceful because you're not watching a bunch of people all day, filling your head up with a bunch of false narratives. You're not feeling like, you're behind because you see somebody else that might be the same age as you or might be where you from or whatever that's doing a lot better than you or look like they doing a lot better than you financially or they're more happy than you. Like, I don't know. I get it now. I get why people delete their Instagram. I get why people deactivate their social media because it's just like when it's just you actually living like in real time, it's just so much more peaceful. You don't have to worry about like the noise, like the outside noise from the outside world. And I get it more and more. Like, I feel like I would definitely be bored without social media, but I feel like it forces you to actually like live and be present in real time.
But when it comes to social media, it could be very draining. Just to look at other people all the time, it's not fulfilling after a while. I'm gonna say that. Honestly, me personally, I think having a private life and keeping stuff to yourself is very important. You don't always have to post everything on social media. You don't always have to tell everybody everything. On TikTok, a lot of people are getting more comfortable with telling people their business. When it comes to deleting social media, it's very beneficial for your mental health. It's very important to take breaks. It's not healthy to always scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll because it's going to keep you stuck in that type of mindset. Seeing other people and what they're doing and what you hear from other people. It's important that you actually take in stuff that is positive and that is going to make your day better or that's going to fulfill you. Most of these content creators are always on there, to get something out of that app. Use TikTok as something that you see a resource like Google. Use it as something that's going to benefit you instead of take away from you. And putting myself out there, honestly, and YouTube is helping me as well, and I feel like that's beneficial when it comes to social media as well. It's like if you want to put yourself out there because you have a brand or you want to build something within your life, any talent that you have, if you play the drums or if you sing and you want to make that into a career, don't let social media get to you. The stuff that you see, everyone's life's not perfect. Like, TikTok is for entertainment, but don't be consumed or don't let that app consume you. Know who you are outside of that app and that your life is so precious and your life is worth living. Like, go out, touch grass. Like, get off of that phone, touch grass, go outside, journal, build that relationship with God. Find a new hobby for yourself. Yeah, keep going in life. Don't use social media all the time to just keep yourself stuck and trapped, because that's what social media literally does. Man, I tell you, social media can be beneficial or it could be hurtful. It could be detrimental. It could be everything you want and more. Like, social media can end stuff and friendships, relationships. Social media is a powerful thing, especially if you don't use it in the right way. Let me tell you that. And that's why a lot of people are deleting social media. So I'm going to end this video at where I'm at. I'm so glad you all sticked around and you stayed until the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Comment down below what you think about deleting social media in 2026. Would you do it? Would you delete social media? Yes or no? Comment down below. Always keep God at the center of everything. Keep God at the center of being on social media. And see y'all.